Hello, my name is Anthony Locklear, and I did my project on Egyptian mathematics for Math 172. And the quote here says, "The earliest knowledge of mathematics is preserved in Egyptian papyrus. When the Egyptians settled along the Nile River, they began to record lunar phases and the seasons." In other words, papyrus was the type of paper used by the Egyptians, and they began, as their culture began to expand, they began turning away from traditional means such as shelter, food, and water, and began looking to more medicinal things such as mathematics, medicine, and as you'll see on the next slide. This first picture here shows papyrus, which was what they recorded mathematics and other types of scientific notation on. And it says the ancient Egyptians were possibly the first civilizations to practice the scientific arts. The word chemistry is derived from the word academy, which is the ancient name for Egypt. Where the Egyptians excelled was in medicine and applied mathematics. So, in other words, everything that we know today from math, science, chemistry is derived mainly from the Egyptians. This is due to the early Anglo-Saxons. When they first came in contact with the Egyptians, they began taking up on their understanding of mathematics and how complex it was. As you can see here in this picture, this is a very brief and very descriptive understanding of their mathematics. This is more of a complex, this is more of a simpler version, stating that one, which of course would be one line, a hoop would be 10, and of course rope 100, and so on, all the way down to 1,000,000, which would, in their ideology, represent the god. And of course, as it says here, the Egyptians was especially, they were very addicted to arithmetics. For example, repeating doubles was used in mathematicians, except for 2/3, which was its own hieroglyphic. In other words, instead of saying 2 over 59, they would say 1 over 36 plus 1 over 236 plus 1 over 531, which equals eventually 2 over 59. In other words, they liked repetition, which would show a better and more, there would be no errors. There would be little to no errors. And that was mainly because they used these equations such as fractions as mathematics to feed hundreds of thousands of people. So they had no flaw. They couldn't have flaws in their work. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it.